So how many days is that typically in the process when you're, I guess it would be the detox, right? Is it 3 days, 5 days, 7 days typically that a person can expect? Is it different for each different
It's
substance?
different for each substance. 5 to 7 days is typical. The typical tapers are 5 to 7 days. Something that might extend it is if you're on methadone or you're on Suboxone. It might be up to 10 to 14 days.
Okay.
But for typical, it's, I would say, around 7 days to be expected to be on the controlled medications.
How do you find that most of the, clients that come in, how do you find them handling that period of time? How does that go down for them when they're coming through that point? Is it much easier because of the medicine? Are they still kind of struggling a little bit? I mean, obviously there's always willpower and discipline in anything worth having, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whether that means...
So every client it depends. Some clients come in and they see the doctor and they get their basic, 5 or 6 medications ordered for detox, and they do great and they feel great throughout detox. Other times we put them on a sleeping med and that sleeping med's not working, so we'll adjust it. We'll try a different sleeping med. Maybe there's somebody that struggles with more anxiety than somebody else,
Mm-hmm.
so we might get them a stronger or a different anxiety med. So there's always adjustments during detox. People don't, it's not just like this tape, the standard, this is what everybody's on. So it's adjusted for everybody, but we try to make it as comfortable as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong, I mean, detox is not come in and it's a vacation for a week. It's not, you're not going to come in there and feeling great.
It's going to be tough, but it'll be easier with the medicine.
Oh, of course.
What is the difference you see just off of the look test when somebody comes in compared to after they've gone just through the detox segment? We're not talking about going into counseling and everything else. Just that initial difference in character that you notice in somebody.
That's why we love the initial detox photo that we take of every client that first comes in. It is a huge difference from someone coming in and walking in those doors and give it a couple weeks. The change physically and mentally is just phenomenal.
Because we've all seen people high, right? It's sad because it's almost like there's a shroud or a veil over who they are, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like a dark cloud almost.
Yeah.
And they don't see it, right? Everybody else sees it. They don't see it. But once that's lifted and they have a little bit of clarity and they're able to be a little more present, do you find that they kind of go, yeah, okay, I'm here now. Let's work on the next thing. Do you find that or no?
Absolutely. You find that. That is actually one of the most beautiful things to witness, is seeing that light turn back on.
Yeah, because then now they can. I would imagine that they could, once they're kind of out of that altered state, the things that maybe were bothering them that maybe would cause them to use before are now at the forefront. So I'd imagine that's got to be tough too once they come out of that. However, that is the next step, and we won't get into that yet. So that's for another video.